Hey everybody, welcome back yet to another story sesh from TWERPY. All we do is sit back here, smoke some weed, and pretty much tell some stories. So I just want to talk about this one time that I took Mdma for my very first time. So this is back when I actually lived still in New Orleans with my roommates. It was me and one of my roommates. We shared a room. We was just sitting there playing some Overwatch, trying to play some competitive and get up on that leaderboard. But one of our other roommates decided to come into the room late at night, probably about 7 o'clock. He had these little Lego mans for us to try. And he said, we just popped some. We're getting lit. You all want to join us? And we was like, shit, nothing else to do today. Let's go ahead and do some Mdma for our first time. It was both me and my roommate's first time. So I go ahead and take my Lego man. We join another match of comp. And, slowly over the match, maybe the next 5-10 minutes, my skill, my entire skill set with aiming was so insane. I was popping heads, I was clicking heads, I was super energetic. I was calling out everything so perfect. And about the 15-minute mark, all of that was lost. I get up, and it's almost like everything that my roommate was saying was changing pitch. It was like he was going really high pitch, to really low, alien. And it was so weird, and every sentence he said, the pitch would constantly change on me. And I looked around the room, and it's like all of the walls that I would see kept on going further and further back. It's like the wall that I was looking at never ended. It was almost like as I kept staring at it, the further it was becoming. It's like my entire depth perception had completely went off. I get up and I'm saying, yo, this is hitting way harder than anything I've ever done. Because at this time, the only thing that I have done was smoke some weed, maybe take some shrooms. So I hadn't had this insane experience like this. I mean, at this time, I was still taking low doses of shrooms, like maybe a gram. So I was not prepared for what this Lego man was doing to me. I get up, I decide I'm just going to lay on the bed. I'm going to try to just stay calm for a minute. My heart rate was probably hitting 200 BPM. I had no idea what was going on. I thought I was dying. I was not prepared for a chemical to hit me this hard and this fast. But shortly after, I'm telling my roommate, I'm slurring my words. I'm like, Shay, man, I hate the world. And he looks back like, dude, you're crazy. And then literally shortly after that, as I'm just rambling on, talking about how comfortable the bed felt. I mean, let me just say too, the bed felt literally like the best feeling I had ever felt in my life. The entire cover on me and everything was so euphoric. It was like every feeling, every sense was highly euphoric and highly dopagenic. Everything felt so amazing, and I was trying to convey that to him because it hit me way faster. But behold, shortly after that of me rambling on, he says, oh my god, dude. He stands up, and I remember just seeing his face morphing into this weird, alien-like texture. And he runs over, jumps to his bed, and he's screaming into his pillow. He's like, oh man, or oh baby, or something, just something so crazy. And I'm like, yeah, now you know, man. Now you know this world. And then shortly, right after that, our roommate pops into the room and he's like, yo, I got a few blunts. We're about to go outside. We're about to chill and smoke. At this part, I'm probably at the peak. We're both probably at the peak. We were sitting there just talking about how great life is and what we're going to do with our lives and how amazing it is. We go outside to smoke these blunts. I was not prepared to see what the blunt would do to the molly. At this point, we're smoking these blunts. I'm starting to see and starting to hear a few things. I'm starting to notice just sounds from way far away of people talking. It's like everything is kind of morphing into each other, and it's almost like I could hear completely crystal clear. And it was at this point too, after maybe our second blunt of us just chilling back, talking about the universe or rambling on about, in our own heads, but out loud, pretty much talking about nothing. Our roommate says, you know what, I got some more Molly crystals right here. We're going to go ahead and take a few more Molly crystals and smoke the rest of these blunts. Well, by that fourth blunt, I was in a full paranoia because I was tripping out so hard. Everything that people were talking about, I was in my own head thinking that they were thinking the same exact thoughts that I was thinking. And I remember my roommate was pointing at the sky and he was saying, yo, look, the moon kind of has its own planet around it. And maybe it was the aura that was like around the moon, but it almost looked like another gigantic planet around the moon. But the way I was explaining it wasn't the way that he was seeing it. And shortly after that, it was weird because we saw this same exact little floating thing in the sky. Maybe it was a plane, but like a little drone. And because he was seeing exactly the same exact thing that I was seeing, and we're like, yo, it's a drone. That kind of tripped me out because I'm like, yo, is it an actual drone up there? Like for some reason watching us. And my other roommate, the one with the blunt, was like, yo, they're watching us. And for some reason that thought got into my head and kept replaying over and over. And every car that I saw on the street seemed to like sketch me out. I was thinking there was cop cars everywhere. I was like, yo, the cops are watching us. They have drones on us right now. They know that we did the Molly today. And my roommate tries to pass me another blunt, and I'm just like, no. And I run inside. I pretty much was just sitting there looking out the window, and my other roommate walks in. He's like, yo, you okay, man? You kind of just left without a word. And I'm like, yo, dude, they're watching us. Did you not hear him? They're watching us right now. And he just bursts out to laughter. My other roommate walks in, bursting out in laughter, and they're like, yo, you're tripping out way too much, man. Let's just go back and watch some TV. We're just talking about the drone. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely can't smoke anymore. I'm getting to a weird paranoid state. But we end up just going back into the room. We ended up smoking a little bit more, maybe out the bong. And I think we pretty much just for the rest of the night sat there, watched some Adventure Time. Just pretty much watched the characters morph into these weird creatures as we slightly fell back down to Mother Earth. And it was a good time in hindsight, but through that experience of me sitting out there smoking, thinking that there was cop drones on me, I can't even explain like that fear that I had. I felt like I was in a freaking movie and that I was like a target that the entire CIA was after. It was an insane night, but that was my first time doing Molly, and I hope you enjoyed the story. If you ever had your first experience with Molly, why don't you go ahead and drop that in the comments. Let me know how your first experience was. I couldn't even tell you what milligram doses that I took that night, but I was definitely way above my limit for the very first time taking it. But thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching.